This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, September 25th, 2013. Now our first look at this 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have one system moving into the Canadian Maritimes, a weaker system over the Ohio Valley, and another system with a trough and a lot of energy over the north and west. That'll be coming in this weekend, but it's not this weekend. It's the middle of the week, and there's a storm system off to our west with some rain and even a bit of mountain snow up in Montana and around Yellowstone National Park. Some rain across the southeast. Nothing around here, but the breezes become a little stronger here Thursday as winds come out of the south. Highs today in the 70s will become low to mid 80s in the western half of the state on Thursday, and maybe some 80s statewide here Friday, with some isolated showers and storms mainly in the far northwest and western counties late in the day on Friday as the system begins to draw closer to the area. And then as we head into Saturday, you can see the system gets a little bit elongated, the low pressure center way up in Hudson Bay, so the system will be fairly quick moving. It'll be out of here by at least during the overnight hours Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sunday during the day, high pressure comes in, skies clear. Temperatures will be in the 70s at this point on Sunday with, as I said, mainly sunny skies, but the winds start to veer back to the southwest as we head into the new work week on Monday, ahead of another storm that's moving into the Pacific Northwest. A little bit of rain in the east and a little bit over the south as well. And then into Tuesday, you can see this system quickly moving across the Canadian Prairie provinces with a bit of a frontal system dragging into the northern plains and northern Midwest, especially the Dakotas and Minnesota. And then that could squeeze off a shower even Tuesday night into next Wednesday. And you can see that system will be over the Great Lakes into about James Bay, and another trough trying to develop over the west as well. But at the surface, you can see that frontal system will be already gone well off to our east, but another low pressure center to our southwest will be starting to gather some strength, and that could produce a lot of rain later into next week as well. Going into that extended period, here on October the 6th, we have pretty much a cutoff low over the middle part of the country, including the state. Main jet stream looks to be well off to our north, but this cutoff low is really going to hamper some, or have some problems around here. That low pressure center that we saw on the last frame will just be in the Ohio Valley several days later, so there could be rain all throughout the weekend in 2 weekends. And then the end of the forecast, October the 10th, a bit of a fairly broad trough over most of the country. Some energy moving into Canada from the Great Lakes, a little bit over western Canada, but we'll have maybe a little bit of shower activity, but it'll be very isolated off in the plains, a little bit of activity off the east coast, and temperatures near seasonal levels at this point. The satellite image from last evening, we had the system off to our south and east with a somewhat tropical type system, a wave or of whatnot over the southeast, and the storm over the north and west into the northern Rockies as well. And it's going to produce some snow, winter storm watches, advisories, and warnings in Montana, into Idaho and Wyoming, some issues of flooding in Florida, and some frost and freeze advisories in the eastern Great Lakes. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts around here could be anywhere between about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, some isolated heavier totals up to maybe 3/4 of an inch.